after 7 years together, he turns to me and he says, "When we first met, you promised to make my life more interesting. I guess you kind of dropped the ball on that one." Yeah. So I pack my clothes into a basket and I leave him just like that. I tell him, "You can have everything else. Keep the house we made a home, the walls we painted, the pictures we took and hung. Keep the garden in the back and the raspberries on the fence. Keep the kitchen table on which I kicked your ass at chess. And Scrabble. And Rummy. Keep the books that we used to read aloud together, waiting for a tap before peeling the page at night in case the other was asleep. Keep the walking sticks we made along the Appalachian Trail and the bracelet that we got from Juarez when I thought going to Juarez, Mexico would be a good idea. And we almost died. Keep the car in which we drove to Savannah on a whim. The one we fought in San Francisco, the one we slept in the redwood forests after you left our tent stakes on a beach in Malibu. I remember what a dream that all seemed like. Keep the buttons that I sewed on lovingly before your last interviews. Keep the bed on which we conceived our son, and the poems that I wrote about you lying there beside him after he was born. You can have it all, I tell him. And what I will keep is what is left of my dignity. Because after 7 years, you still believe that a poet can unlearn the weakness of emotion, that celebrations are for fools, and that candles are only for when the power is out. I tell him I have lost that flame for you. I am burned at both ends, and all the broken parts about me that you thought you'd fixed were only hiding in my stomach while I waited for you to just love me. Forgive me. My foolishness, my lust, and my spontaneity. I tell him that I've always been good at saying goodbye, bowing out before the tears and the screaming and the heavy on my knees. And you have taught me how to feel these things all alone. These things I can't give to you. Good luck, though, finding someone, anyone who'll just keep your interest